Hello and welcome to this video on...
It's a big ship.
Squeeze in.
Keeps blowing my mind away.
Spears.
Wheels. Actually, this one.
The wind just cut through your fingers. Or whether they simply ran out of supplies,
Giving you some kind of inspiration. Hello and welcome to this video on religious buildings. I'm here at the St. Paul Cathedral in St. Paul, and it is quite stunning. For most of the video I'll be doing voiceover simply because this is still an active place of worship, but the iconography, the imagery, as well as just the grand scale is something that needs to be experienced rather than just seen in books and videos like this, as a matter of fact. The idea that there are these statues, these saints, these individuals who've been responsible for shaping the religions are quite impressive. Now, generally when we're doing pantheons, when we're doing gods in our realms, we may have maybe 12 or so, but they're champions. Do we focus on their champions? Do we bring in those ideas? And what kind of iconography do we talk about? Is it, in this case of St. Patrick, is it the clover, the shamrock, that he used to talk about the Holy Trinity? Is it statues? Is it imagery of ocean waves and things you'll see throughout this video? Is it portraiture? Is it stained glass? Is it brasswork? All of these kind of things are things that you need to bring to the fore when you're describing these places of religious power. Now, something that is quite different from perhaps this building is that in fantasy, the gods can manifest themselves and provide power to all of their clerics for all of those healing things and other things that go with the clerical power. So does that mean that the structures would be even more magnificent, even more impressive than something like this, which is truly a remarkable feat of architecture and mankind's willingness to build something so truly spectacular? Well, it's something to think about.
Another thing to take into account when we're describing temples is, for example, the types of stone that are used in the inlay. In the cathedral in St. Paul, there was over 30 different types of stone marble that had been brought in from all over the world to finish off the space. Now, we also spoke about brasswork. What kind of brasswork is involved? Are there lattices that allow you to see through to other areas beyond? All of this needs to be brought together to describe a unique space, whether it's filled with statues or stained glass, whether it is dedicated to specific people or heroes, or, for that matter, whether the local temple or whatever religious structure erects something in honor of the heroes. Now, if your players have a space that have got statues of them in there for their magnificent work that they've been doing, well, they'll be invested to protect that space even more. Now, again, little spaces, little rooms that you're taken into an aside, the abbot calls you into his wooden study, the paintings that are on the walls or in the ceiling in this case, the central altar, what does that look like? Each temple should have a different feeling. And it's that kind of feeling that if you can convey, your players are going to be blown away and will remember every single temple or church or cathedral or monastery that you send them into. The more detail you can put in, the better. Well, I hope this video has been useful on looking at cathedrals for inspiration, how to improve our game. If they have, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, happy gaming.